Greetings and welcome to this week's edition of 401k Real Talk. This is Fred Barstein, contributing editor of wealthmanagement.com's RPA Edge and CEO at Trow, TPSU, and 401k TV. I review all of last week's stories and select the 5 most important and interesting ones, providing open, honest, and candid discussion you will not get anywhere else. So let's get real. First story, though a slow week over the Thanksgiving holidays, litigation news continued with 5 recent lawsuits challenging the well-established use of forfeiture accounts to offset employer contributions. Though an accepted practice and allowable under IRS rules, the lawsuits claim that ERISA employers should have used the windfalls to reduce expenses rather than their own contributions under the duty of loyalty and sole interest principles. The industry is watching closely as an adverse ruling could disrupt many plans which use forfeiture accounts to reduce employer expenses like contributions. Next story, the use of proprietary funds are at issue in 2 lawsuits, one settled and the other filed. MetLife settled for $4.5 million, which is relatively low for a $7.9 billion plan, for use of their proprietary index funds in their plan, which moved to CITs at the beginning of 2022 to reduce expenses. Meanwhile, Cap Group was hit with another lawsuit by participants for use of proprietary investments, which plaintiffs claimed lagged performance of peers. Though not a per se ERISA violation and not like the use of company stock, the use of proprietary funds by investment companies in their own 401k plan will only entice a growing and more aggressive plaintiffs bar. Next story, Vanguard predicts a number of trends in 2024 based on interaction with plan sponsors, including continued focus on Secure 2.0 provisions, both mandatory and optional, including greater implementation of student loan and emergency savings provisions used to help recruit and retain employees, though many plans will have to first focus on what they have to do. Personalization through tiered investment structures from do-it-for-me like target date funds and the other extreme of brokerage windows will be deployed to increase engagement. Low-cost investment advice will continue to be of interest, as will price decreases for managed accounts. And though lots of plans deploy auto features, their use is expected to grow. Next story, where there are still many doubters that PEMPS will take off, there have been 500 filed since the passage of Secure 1.0. Transamerica, a leader in the group plan market, is predicting that 403B plans will jump in now that their use is allowed under Secure 2.0. Citing lower costs and less administrative work, more 403B plans are expected to adopt PEMPS, according to Transamerica, especially as lawsuits continue to grow and plan sponsors seek the safety of a group plan. The jury is still out on whether PEMPS will lower costs, at least until they achieve scale, though interest remains high nonetheless. Finally, ERISA has been mostly immune to case law, with very few lawsuits filed before Schlichter-Bogart opened the floodgates in the mid-2000s. But it can take years before cases that go to trial make their way through the appellate process to divine case law, which can dramatically change the way business is conducted, just as new laws and regulations do. The Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals Bagaliski versus AT&T may be one to watch, which covers how plan sponsors must monitor the activity and compensation of contracted vendors like record keepers and even advisors, and could upend efforts by record keepers and advisors to boost revenue through offering participants additional services. Read my recent wealth management column to learn more. So those were the most important stories from the past week. I listed a few others I thought were worth covering, including Groom takes issue with the retirement security rule, an advisor sounds the alarm about the recent AT&T appellate decision, 2024 DC plan compliance checklist, J.D. Powers ranks digital platforms, and a university scores a big win in an excessive lawsuit. Let me know if I missed anything or if you have any comments. Otherwise, I look forward to speaking with you next week on 401k Real Talk.